Hello, OpAmp here, and what I have for you today is this US Star pin-in-pin dimple lock. This is basically a multi-lock clone with serrated drivers. This is a key-in knob core, which I have put in this ABUS 83 series padlock. You can get an adapter kit that allows you to put many different cores from sort of your household brands all the way up to Multilocks, Medicos, all sorts of key and knob cylinders, cores. This one operates very smoothly in the lock. And the nice thing about this when picking is that the spring does not really engage until you've really had it picked. It starts to really engage about there. So it's kind of a little fun pick because you get that satisfaction of opening this lock. It's also helpful if you happen to be picking it in your hand because you can really hold on to it. So I'm going to get this in a vise for you and I'll get it picked. Okay, we're set up in the vise here. I'm just going to make sure everything still works okay. Get that key out of the way. And we're all locked up. Going to be using a Z-bar for tension down the left side of that keyway. And a short flag. Okay, outer pins first. Outer of 1, little click. Outer of 2. Couple little clicks. And outer of 3. 1 click. Outer of 4 now. 3 little clicks, and I think we got him. Coming down to 5. Get under there. 1 little click out of 5. Coming back through the lock now. Feeling for binding outer pins. Little click out of outer of 2. And just tipped outer of 1 now. And we got a little bit of rotation. I'm not sure if you were able to see that. So now I'm going to come back through and check again. Coming down now, outer of 2, little click at outer of 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5. I'm just going to pulse my tension a little bit because I'm not really getting any other feedback. Just want to see if maybe something got overset. Okay, and 1 fell down, so maybe he was a little overset. Just touched again 2, got a deeper false set now. On outer of 3 now, little click. Coming down, outer of 4, binding very tightly. And nothing on 5. Okay. So now we're hunting for that outer pin that's still binding. Going to give it a little bit of a pulse of tension, and you see something did drop and we got some great rotation. So 1 fell down again. Going to try to sneak under him, and I think we got him set and we got some good rotation. You heard that really nice deep click. And now I'm by pin 2, sneaking under him, got some great rotation and good click. Nothing on 4. And sneaking under 5 here. Okay. Feels like we got him. A nice deep false set. And maybe just caught on the inner pins now, so I'm going to start to hit those instead of sort of bouncing over them. And actually 4 fell down. Going to try to get 4 to come back up, and now we're in an even deeper false set. And again, looking for those binding pins. Inner of 4, little click. Inner of 2, little click. Inner of 3 was a little click, and inner of 1 feels loose. So I'm going to come back through again. Not feeling anything binding up there, and that was the inner of 4, and we are open. So not too bad there. I think the loose tolerances in some ways make it a little bit easier because you're sort of able to bully those pins just a little bit. But also they make it a little bit harder because you sort of have to dance back and forth with that binding order. You saw I set a few pins and they dropped other pins. So, you know, it can get a little tricky. The real thing with serrated is to really just sort of feel that feedback. You know, try to see if you can discern the difference between that pin setting and that pin just on a serration or oversetting. So you can see I've got this in the had it in the adapter over there. Let me just get you a little bit of a better view here. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lock this back up. Since I do have the key, it'll make it a little bit easier for gutting. I've got to get this little tail piece off the back here. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a view of that for you. So this just unscrews, and it's got a little adapter and a little spacer. These ABUS 83s are really good. With the adapter kit, it's only a couple bucks, and it really allows you to put a great variety of different cylinders in there. Got my follower here. Hopefully we'll be able to do this without creating a disaster, and that was okay there. You can see all of your pin in pin right there, and let me dump these out for you. So that's 1, 2, 3, come 3, 4, and 5. You can see nothing really tricky going on. There is sort of this chamfer here, which actually sort of makes it in some ways a little bit of an easier pick. And you see there's a little bit of drill protection also. So that's not too bad, and that's actually nice to see that they gave you a little bit of drill protection. I'm just going to arrange these pins here so we can see them a little bit better. So these are the inner and outer pins down there, and let me get your drivers out. So this is driver for 1, and on this US Star Lock, the inner and outer driver are actually not connected together. On a multi-lock, the top of the inner driver is sort of peened over. On these, you can actually take them apart, and I can give you a quick view of that in a minute. But what it allows you to do is really take out that inner driver. An idea I had for a challenge lock was actually to make the inner driver and the outer driver serrated. I thought that would be kind of a neat little challenge for somebody. So maybe look for that coming up in the future. I've got all these springs out. They all look the same to me. And all of your drivers are also the same. All of your springs are the same. Nothing fancy going on inside here. There's no threading, milling, anything like that. You can see that all your driver pins are serrated. And when I was talking about this inner pin, this little bottom piece is sort of peened over on a multi-lock, so you can't remove the inner pin. On these, they actually come apart. And so theoretically, you could modify it. Here is your bitting with a close-up of the lock gutted. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. This has been OpAmp.